What is up, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. If you guys are new here, my name is Evan. I'm one of the co-founders of throtl, and today we have a ton of installs planned. Stay tuned. Since I bought this car, it has had this trim piece that has been removed. Now, thankfully enough, it came with some new OEM pieces. So the first thing we're going to do today is remove all of this remnant glue on both sides with some Goo Gone, put in the new trim. It's gonna look A1. I think this is gonna make a huge improvement on the exterior appearance. So let's just go ahead, set the camera down on a little time lapse. I'm gonna get to work. So while that Goo Gone is kind of setting in, you guys might have noticed this tennis ball on the ground. Now I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do with that. So if you guys watched the video from a couple days ago, you know I reinstalled the Harman Kardon little subsystem in the back here. Well, it started rattling really bad in the back, and I did some research online. It's a YouTuber by the name of Twineline Garage who's got an E46 M3. He showed me a little hack you can do with this to put in between the speakers and isolate the speaker system from the car, get rid of the rattle completely. Actually toss the tennis ball right in the middle here and reinstall everything, and that should isolate this from the car. So let's go ahead and toss it in. So the razor blade is definitely the way to go, but I just gotta be really careful not to scratch outside of what's gonna be covered up. So it's a little bit of a challenge. I'll keep you guys going. This might take me a little while.
A few minutes later.
All right, so I just spent the past 30 minutes cleaning this off. It's a couple little scrape marks I made in the paint, unfortunately, but I put a little dab of clear coat over those, so there's no issue with rusting or anything like that. And I'm gonna take what I learned on this side, apply it to that side, so I won't make those slip ups anymore. I just wiped everything down with acetone. I'm gonna do it one more time, and I just pulled out the new trims here. So these are held on with the double stick tape. So I'm gonna make sure everything is nice and clean and then set everything in here because you only get one shot at this. And there we go. Man, that looks so much better. This side is done. I'm gonna go ahead and just take care of the next side, not film that side. So let me check in with you guys right after that. All right, so this side just went in so much smoother than the other side. No issues, looks great. Now, I wanna make sure I get all that remnant Goo Gone off, so I'm gonna wipe this thing down with some detail spray. This was given to me by Gio over at Tuned in Tokyo. Let's give this stuff a try for the first time. All right, now that that project is done, I am super late, gotta get to the hunt quarters because I'm meeting Rick there. We're going to install the radiator on the VR-4. The tennis ball worked. As I mentioned, Rick and I are going to be busting out a ton of work today, so probably be a lot of time lapses, guys, but I hope you enjoy. We're going to be making a ton of progress. We got to get this thing on the road and looking good, so let's go ahead and knock all these projects out, get the headlights back in, and that way we can take it to the paint booth. Who doesn't love opening up new car parts? So we got a bunch of stuff here. Let's open it up and see what we got. If you guys want to save some money on some new brake parts from StopTech, all you gotta do is use promo code STOPTECH, save yourself 10% off of every STOPTECH part on the Throtl new parts shop. Go ahead, check it out, guys. The link will be in the description. Go ahead, Rick, you wanna help me open up this box here?
Sure.
All right, so this radiator was provided to us by 3SX Performance, guys, and actually they're gonna be extending an offer to you. So I will put the promo code on the screen if you guys wanna save some money on some cooling stuff for VR-4s. Go ahead and check them out. All the links for them will be in the description below. So it looks like this is some hardware and stuff. That is really nice.
Super nice.
Look at the welds on there. Really, really cool. So if you guys followed in a previous video when we put the OEM radiator back in, unfortunately we damaged it. So we're going to unbolt all of these couplers and clamps, unplug the electrical stuff, pull out the radiator, and basically swap everything over, swap the shroud over to the new unit, toss it back in, and fill it up with coolant, bleed the system. Overall, these brakes aren't in horrible condition, but it does look like they need to be replaced. So, super easy. Gonna go ahead and set the camera down and get started. Oh, plug it. Oh, what the I can't plug it. There's no. What do you mean? Let's just be careful and let's pull this thing out. Go ahead. There we go. All right.
All right.
All right, so this is the brake setup that we're gonna be going with. It's a full STOPTECH street kit. Comes with the slotted rotors, which look really, really nice. These are OEM replacements, so we don't have to have added brackets or anything like that. So while the rotors are completely off, Rick has been getting the radiator set up. So we pulled out the old one. I'm gonna show you guys what actually happened. Whoa, definitely pretty thrash. That's where it was leaking from.
It was the bolt on the AC condenser, so check it out.
Can you move your hand? Yeah, so you guys see that bolt right there. Come on, focus. That thing just penetrated this radiator and totally destroyed it. So when we put this one in, we actually loosened up the intercooler piping and we should have enough clearance. We're gonna be extremely careful not to damage this beautiful new radiator from 3SX. And while Rick is doing all that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss on new STOPTECH rotors and replace the pads. What I'm doing, guys, so you guys don't see the same thing over and over again, is I'm actually mirroring my current progress on the driver's side, on the passenger side off camera as well. So essentially when I'm replacing one rotor and pads, doing that on both sides, but you guys can't see it. All right, so huge success. We were able to bend that bolt a little bit back, gave us more clearance. This radiator is freaking beastly, so it's got some nice radiator tie downs. And now we're going ahead and reconnecting the intercooler piping and anything that was disconnected. And for the brakes, we have everything removed. To remove the brake pads, there is a little spring clip on the sides. Little spring clip on the sides. Once you remove that, there's these two dowels that hold in the brake pads, and these just slide out. So this setup is a little bit different than BMW's, and these are pretty gross. And as soon as I remove that dowel, hey, oh Yahtzee, these things fall out. So what's really cool is the StopTech kit comes with the new clip here, 2 of the new dowels, and brand new spring clip, and here are the new pads. So super easy, just the reverse of the assembly. And what I decided is we're gonna go ahead and toss on the new rotors, toss on the new pads. We're gonna save the painting for another video. If you guys haven't seen already, I did a full DIY tutorial on how to paint brake calipers. If you guys do wanna see us do the brake caliper painting on this car, please comment below and let us know. Otherwise, I may or may not film it. All right, so brakes are now done. These look awesome. Got everything all greased up, all the clips in place, and this side is already done too. So as I mentioned, we're gonna save the brake caliper painting for another video. I'm gonna go ahead and toss these on. And Rick, how are you doing?
We're done.
Done?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we gotta bleed the coolant, but this is it. Everything is all squared away with the radiator. So the moment of truth, we'll get the funnel and picked up some 50/50 coolant. Let's go ahead and toss it in. Everyone cross your fingers. So right now, Rick and I are going to bleed the coolant system, make sure the brakes are working properly. I guess let's just go ahead and do it. So whenever you bleed the coolant system, you want the car to be at an incline so that the radiator cap is actually the highest point. That's where the bubbles are gonna travel. It's gonna make it a lot easier. Sometimes you can even actually jack the car up. We'll try this first. And if this doesn't work, we'll go ahead and jack the front of the car, make sure all the air bubbles are out. But dang, this thing has come a long way. Still a lot more work to do, guys. We're going to be polishing this intake manifold when we do the spark plugs. We have a bunch of other mods coming, coilovers of course, but you know, one other thing I didn't mention, obviously I didn't finish the rear brakes today, but look at the front StopTechs. Those rotors look so good. So we'll go ahead and let this run for 5-10 minutes, and we'll check back in with you guys when it's done bleeding. Let's go ahead and go for a drive. We are out on our first test drive. Now we're gonna try boosting just a little bit, but we do know, we're not gonna redline or anything like that. We do know the car needs to be tuned with the new blow-off valve and intercooler setup. So Rick, just give it a little bit of boost. Let's see if we can hear the blow-off valve. Okay, blow-off valve is definitely working. It sounds really good. It actually is the exact same blow-off valve that I have in my car, but I did feel some hesitation. Did you feel that?
It's definitely bogging a little bit.
Okay.
We need to check the spark plugs on this car. We haven't checked them since we got the car, so the feeling we need to put in some colder plugs.
I'm sorry there was not like any crazy driving or anything like that. The car is obviously not ready for that, but coolant looks good. Everything else seems okay, and we'll just make sure there's no leaks when we get back to the shop. But so far so good. So here is the current status. We don't have the front bumper on, but guys, I want you guys to use your imagination. I'm gonna toss up a rendering on the screen of what we think this car is going to look like once everything is done. So what do you guys think? If you guys like it, drop a line in the comments. And if you guys don't know already, we are giving this car away in about 55 days at the end of May. If you want to get entered to win, all you have to do is join throtl VIP for automatic entry. I mean, guys, look at the front mount, the oil cooler. This thing is starting to look badass. I absolutely love it. All right, guys, so that is all the time I have for you today. I'm gonna go ahead and edit and upload this video today, actually. So if you guys are watching this right now, it is Tuesday, and we are filming, uploading the same day, which is kind of crazy. So guys, if you like what you saw in this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.